Hey, alright, I'm going to be reviewing 13 Hours. This is directed by Michael Bay. I don't actually remember the names of the people starring in the movie. There aren't really any big name actors in this movie. There, there are none. Um, uh, so let's jump right into this. Basically, the values in this movie are they just wanted to tell the story of the secret soldiers of Benghazi, as they're called. These are CIA ex-military contractors these are ex-military contractors that the CIA hired to work in their CIA base there in Benghazi. That was who they were. Um, so I think the values of this movie basically they just wanted to tell the story of what these men did there. That's basically all it is. That's all I got from it. Um, so things to watch out for: lots of language, very gritty, very bloody. So if you don't have a strong stomach or you don't like language, don't see this movie because it has a lot of both of those. Um, I would moving on to how well the movie was made. I would say that this movie's the biggest drawback to the movie is the fact that Michael Bay directed it. Michael Bay, he is an action director. He just wants to direct a quote unquote cool movie. That's what he does. He likes to get those shots from kind of down on the ground, kind of looking up at an angle, take the slow-mo shot, make it look really cool. When there's an explosion, you like to see sparks flying everywhere. He likes to make things look cool. So that's just the kind of director he is. So I think that was actually the thing that was actually the biggest problem I had with this movie was just the way that he directed it. I think he did try to not be just an action director, and he tried to, put together a solid movie, just showing who these men were, what they did, and I think he tried to be very respectful of who they were, not just try to dramatize it and make them into a cool action movie. I think he did a good job of, breaking away from what he's used to and trying to do something that really meant something. So I give him props for that. Do I think that a different director could have done it better? Yes. If they had gotten another director, for instance, if they had gotten somebody like Steven Spielberg to direct this movie would be absolutely phenomenal. But the fact that they got Michael Bay and not somebody who is better at making just a good, solid film, I think that kind of held it back from reaching its full potential. The acting performances, at times it got a little bit, I want to say dry, I guess. The dialogue just didn't quite seem real. You could kind of tell that they were acting. With a movie like this, I want to get sucked into the story, and this movie did it in parts, but then in other parts it fell. There was a few parts in it that made me chuckle. I enjoyed this movie. I just think that it didn't reach its full potential. I think a lot of you guys, if you are a movie buff, you're probably going to feel the same way. If you just want to go and see a good action movie with things blowing up and people dying, then I think you're going to find some enjoyment in this movie too. But all in all, I think this movie was well done. Like I said, it could have been better, but I think what they did was pretty good. I would give it 3 out of 5 stars just because I saw a lot of potential that wasn't reached. But yeah, so if you have seen this movie, then I would love to know what you think about it. Just write a comment below. If you have not seen this movie, but you want to see it, then I would recommend it. I think that you would enjoy it. I think that you will have a good time with this movie. But yeah, so please let me know what you think of it.